You know how people say that when you go to college and you get your degree, you don't necessarily have to go practice in that field to have your college education have been valuable.
Mhm.
And I would say that is the case for me. That I don't, all of the classes that I took don't necessarily play out in my day to day life, but the skills of time management and taking responsibility for assignments and working with groups and all the other parts of college besides the actual academics have a big role in preparing a person to be in a professional environment. In terms of the nonprofit work, I'm in a unique situation where I know a lot about the equine industry and the legal profession at the same time. And so I've been able to help a couple of different nonprofits get started in pursuing their mission where they had expertise in providing services and they had passion about what they wanted to do, what their mission was, but they didn't have the legal tools or whatever to get them started off the ground legally with their nonprofits. So me being able to play a part in that has actually made me more invested in the city and more interested in seeing how these nonprofits grow and how many people they're able to reach. And so it's kind of been a chicken and egg. Like I was interested in the city enough to help people make it better, but now that I'm helping people make it better, I'm more invested. One of my big primary core values is to show up for yourself, show up for the people that you've committed to, show up when you don't want to, show up when it's hard, do what you say you're going to do. And I've found that if you make a commitment to someone, and even if you get up to the point where you can see you're not going to be able to pull through, or you're not going to be able to meet a deadline, or something happens, it's so much better just to communicate with people and help them manage their expectations. But as long as you communicate, it paves the way forward for you in a lot of situations if you can consistently uphold your end of a bargain of meet people's expectations and be there. I think that most cities probably have potential to be great cities and not so great cities in different areas. I think in the greater Phoenix area, there's some really awesome components of the city, and there's some things that probably don't really work very well.
Right.
I think that you can find great facets and great parts and great qualities of the city, and the areas that are not so great, there's room for improvement. In my personal life, I'm involved in the equine industry. I compete at the national level, and that has given me a lot of opportunity to meet other people who are passionate about horses, obviously. And I have also, through the horse show world, met up with people who are passionate about providing horse experiences to kids, especially who might not otherwise have those kinds of opportunities. And so I'm involved in that way in helping different groups get their nonprofits off the ground and helping them narrow their focus and figure out how exactly they can serve their community. In the nonprofit world, I'm learning more and more every day that there are a lot of people who are interested in doing nonprofits are really focused on their focused group and are really passionate about focusing on helping the people that they are focused on, but they are also the kind of people that want to help are the kind of people that want to help. The basics of a nonprofit, the financial part, the legal part, the marketing part, the fundraising part, those things are common to all nonprofits. And so it's a good resource to reach out to other nonprofits, even if they're not working in the same field. I have been influenced by the directors at Encircle. It is a nonprofit that is located in Utah. They are the focus of their nonprofit is not anywhere related to the ones that I've been involved in at all, but the director there has been instrumental for me. I would say if you want to be a future creator in any city, I would suggest that you pursue a corridor of something that you're passionate about, that you already are involved in. It seems easier to me just based on my experience, and other people's might be different. But when you're trying to grow yourself into a leadership position, you learn a lot of new things, and it will be easier if you already have like the landscape of the field that you're going to really solid, and it's something that you already know all of these pieces, so that when you're learning new skills, you can focus on the new things you're learning, and you'll be really comfortable in the other space that you already know.